Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of The Fox's Brew. So we're going to go back and look at these two videos that I had done a couple months ago. One involves a person speaking to a minor in a way that they shouldn't be speaking, and the other one has actually been charged with involvement of a minor. So the first one we're going to be looking at is dealing with Frost. So to sum it up, basically what he's done is he would go into people's DMs, people that he didn't really know, they didn't really know him, and start sending them images that he shouldn't be sending. He cheated on his girlfriend pretty much the whole time they were together, messaging random people, flirting with other people. Like, that's just something that you talk about when you're in the relationship. I get there are people out there that have a flirtatious type of vibe, feel, whatever you want to call it. But when you're in a relationship, that's something that you should be talking to your partner about. So let's get into this. So the first image we're going to be looking at is his Discord rules. So right here it says no bullying, no harassment, no racism, will result in instant ban, respect everyone and don't argue with mods or owner. Now, these were done back in January of this year. Number 5, any not safe for work content for the not safe for work photos and videos channel need to go through me or any of my mods that are comfortable with approving stuff like that. Now we're going to switch over to his Discord. So right here we have an image from his Discord. We have another one too that's a little bit more up to date. Within this time of just a matter of days, it has gained 2 more followers, and you'll see here in a little bit. This is his bio. It says, "Hi, I'm Frost, but my friends call me Blank. I'm 21 and have anxiety, depression, ADHD, and a bunch of other stuff, and I'm a lonely wolf." I don't know how much clearer I can make this, but if someone lists off their stuff, and especially if they're not fully diagnosed from a doctor, that's a red flag. Self-diagnose is a problem. So it shows, I've got his Facebook covered, his PlayStation, his Roblox. This is one of the areas that is not locked. As I was told, apparently since it doesn't have a lock up there, it's not locked. And it says the femboys who all is, yeah, you can figure out what that word is. But the other one is locked. This one is not. So the next image, this is the newer image showing the not safe for work area. The dark humor, the not safe for work photos, those are locked. Not safe for work videos is open. IRL, that's now locked. And then this one's locked. But the child could still go in and see the not safe for work go. And as I was saying, within a matter of a couple of days, 2 more members or 2 more people have joined the Discord. So someone had found out that there was a child in the Discord and they ended up reaching out and asking. They are 14. So just to show, this is the child. They're known as Kiddo in the server. Just to show, there's the bio. It's all the same. And the only reason why I kept the A showing with like the little icon, emoji, whatever, is so you can identify the child talking in the messages. Now in the next image I'm going to show you, it's going to be from this chat that the child has access to. Right here are these images that Frost approved, because there's this little icon on them. Here's the thing. These images should not have been in here, especially if you're going to allow your server to have kids in it. 2, maybe don't allow kids in your server if you're going to have images like this in it. Now granted, if you look, it's from 2024, but still, if you're going to change your stuff from a not safe for work server to a more kid-friendly type of area, remove all this stuff. But personally, with the way, if y'all go back and watch the first video that I did on Frost, I'm trying to think of a nicer way to put it versus me trying to be a about it, but I would never think he would stoop this low to messaging a minor and allowing a minor into his server like this. But, you know, people have proved me wrong in the past. Now, with this next image that I'm showing you guys, these are the messages between Frost and the minor. And as you can see, This is from 26 of this year. 26, and yep, this is 26 too. So this is all from this year. And I think April was the latest that we had seen. April 21st, April 19th. So this would be like the new one right here. We do have this video. I will share it with you guys. And this, from what's happening in this video, makes me believe that Frost was trying to have more of a romantic type of relationship with this child. All this stuff I had to censor because it was graphic. Let me see if I can pull up the video now. So here is that video. I do have to censor this first part because the character is pulling on a string. So here we go. And this is what I'm saying, the whole kissing part, this is what's like, this is a romantic type of thing. This is what's making me think he's trying to have a romantic relationship with this child. And that's pretty much the whole video. So yeah, what the f, dude? I thought you would have gotten better. You wouldn't have done something like this. You need to get off the internet. You need to get off the internet and go seek help. This is disgusting behavior, and there is no place for this type of people like you. That is what I'm trying to do. Me and a bunch of other people, we're trying to get PDS to understand that the internet is not a safe place for you guys. Just like the world isn't a safe place, the internet is not a safe place. You need to leave. So the next person we're gonna go back and look at is Corinne. She has reached out to me since the first video had dropped, saying that we got it all wrong, but from reading the mess, like if y'all go and watch the video, we literally go through the messages. I have 2 other people that was a part of it come onto the show and help give more context to it. The doc was well done, not gonna lie, it's well put together. But she says that we've got it wrong, but I don't see where we've got it wrong. From reading the messages that she was sending and everything, there's just a bunch of holes in it. It doesn't line up with what we read from the doc, seeing the videos, the messages, everything like that. So it just felt more like this was going to become a back and forth type of thing. I'm not dealing with that crap. So I was sent all this information. There are screenshots and everything. We will open them up so y'all can see the full thing. Sorry. Like I said before, I will have to censor a lot of this stuff. But it says, well, it gives me like the information sharing linking, which we had talked about this in the other one. I was going to join staff of Club Lunova and found out very quickly that it is very messy. The owner of the club had their club world uploaded by uploaded by another user and did not have the rights to the world. I then told them that it was not correct. The owner of the club did not own the rights to the world and had never purchased it. When this was brought to my attention, I proceeded to purchase the world and had it gifted to the owner to keep everything legit. Thank you for doing that. Unknowingly, the following day, the gifted file was then shared to Corinne VR. For her to edit, and she at the time did not own the world or have permission to edit the world from the creator of the world. Here's the thing, if you're gonna edit a world, you should get permission from the world creator themselves. Also, if you're one to edit, make sure that that person actually bought the world, but definitely make sure you get in contact with the world creator. Corinne VR eventually purchased the world. After I confronted her about it, she stated that she had spoken to the creator and got prompts for the edit. Afterwards, I then proceeded to contact the creator of said world, and the conversation I had with them did not align with what Corinne stated. Like we have spoken in the previous video, we have caught Corinne in lies, so this really doesn't surprise me. They did not get the prompts to edit or own the world. I then confronted her again and explained to her why it was a serious issue and why I was upset with her, and so on. I cut contact with her, but after a few hours, I was notified that the files were continued to be shared among other people without ownership or permission. I informed the creator again and they had stated they will contact them. I just want to make this aware that these people are leaking and sharing. This does not surprise me. So I meant to say in the beginning before I started reading these, certain names will be censored in this. Just giving y'all a heads up. So let's look at the screenshot. This is Corinne's Discord, all her information. I don't remember if the person that sent me said that they were in order, but we're gonna just read them in order like this for right now. So this is the person that messaged the creator, and the creator's down here. So we have, hello, I recently gifted a world you made to a club owner because they were unknowingly using your world from a file a person had purchased a year ago. So the owner of said world had no rights to it. However, once I gifted them the world, they then had shared to file to another user for that said user to edit it for them. I thought that I should bring it to your attention because I gifted it and I didn't want the file to keep being leaked and for it to come back at me as the person gifting it to the said owner. If you have Discord, you could add me on Discord. That's the person's name. If you need more context or a better explanation. And then they sent the image showing that they bought it. Hello, thank you for reaching out and for informing me about the situation. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I understand your concern, especially since you originally gifted the world to help resolve the issue properly. Sharing the file further with another user for edits without permission can definitely create problems regarding ownership and distribution. I do have Discord, so feel free to add me if you want to provide more context or explain the situation in more detail. Thank you again for being transparent about it instead of letting the file continue to spread unnoticed. Person's name, but my recommendation is that you try to clean this up, as you could end up on the blacklist if content creators and the people involved. The blacklist includes all content creators to prevent theft and deny sales to users via PayPal. For now, that's the right amount of time. I would recommend the following. If the current person submits the map or editing, there's no problem. However, any variant published but not registered in my sales database will result in a DMCA takedown notice from VR chat. The account and the group in question will completely ban only the group and its owner, not the members. And so they say, after I pressed her about it, she did end up purchasing the world. I assume that there isn't much to be done now. If so, please let me know. So these right here are the group messages. I don't believe they're in order, but we're gonna just read them across like how they were sent. Myself, like, what is the team of Lenovo not understanding when it comes to file sharing and ripping? I'll deal with this shit later, cause to be honest, I genuinely thought y'all would be a bit smarter after the whole Raven situation. Wonder if there's more context about that later. Like, this is still a blacklist level offense, girl. I'm only editing the colors and putting things temporarily. After that, I'm done with the project. That's what I said. She's going to have someone else teach her how to do the rest. We just needed the colors changed and the TVs changed. That's all. Girl, it's whatever. I'm talking to a literal brick wall. Like, truly, as someone who's been in the game for a long time, girl, I think you'd understand. Not the point. Point is, I'm not keeping the file. Want to play 99 nights later? Purchase the world to work on it. That's literally the first ever rule of any purchase on VRC. I don't want the file. I'm just editing the project. After it's done, she can do whatever she wants afterwards. Girl, are you literally not reading? If that was the case, I would have just shared the file myself. Like, what is the team of Lenovo? Okay, so this is the start of the one before. I'm not hopping on VR today as I'm taking a break today, just editing. I'm buying the world so I don't get in trouble. I already know, trust me, I'd rather not share files at all. Was it not just talking about money issues, so why waste $80 on a mid-world? Hun, I purchased the world and it's under her and my ID. I gave it to her to have her learn from someone or something, not share the file. I can get into deep shit for that too. Plus, person said she wanted to do it on her own because she wanted to learn. LOL, what's going on? I'm nosy. She's having me edit it, then I'm deleting the file after, just for Saturday, then someone else is editing it completely. Girl, that's still file sharing, but I'll just mind my business. I can buy the world with no issue. I'm editing it. How did you know she shared it with me? Y'all, I'm here. We are here. I was sleeping, but we are here for you. Corinne, I'm literally praying to the gods that what I just saw isn't true. Did you buy that world? Or are you editing with so-and-so's files? What? Oops, wrong chat was meant for Corinne only. And then this is for Lenova. All right, so continuing from here, as you've seen, these were the messages. Why ain't it working? There it goes. These are Maleficent 22, VR chat user. We have Corinne. I also learned that allegedly the owner of Lenova went by another name that has a blacklist for a few things, including being pedo, but I don't know if that's fully true. Luna Faye was the name, I believe. Okay, so I'm just gonna fully leave this whole thing out because this does have Corinne's like full background information. So I'm not gonna be sharing this. So a girl paid to get these records on Corinne, and she apparently is lying about her case because the charges are a lot more serious than she stated. And then I said, I'm just gonna say, if you're getting the info from Shortcake, just know she has a history of throwing people under the bus. Not sure if you watched the vid I did on both of them, because in this clip up here, you do have someone that says, Shortcake, what should I do? And then I did have it confirmed that it was Shortcake's voice, but if Shortcake is even getting concerned and distancing herself from Corinne, yeah, I would say that's a problem. No, different person, some girl named so-and-so. Who's so-and-so? And you said in the message it was info on Corinne. Yes, it's info on Corinne from a girl named so-and-so. So then these are the messages between Corinne and so-and-so. Hey twin, can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, so it's about so-and-so. It's a different person. No twin. Oh, anyways, I heard you're on probation. Can I ask for what? Also, me and him don't really talk unless it's about his textures, LOL. I was protecting a child from running out the classroom. Why? Everyone knows the situation. Okay. And then, so-and-so, this person right here, ended up sending a screenshot of Corinne's information, like her charge, what she was charged for, stuff like that. And then she goes, I did my own research and found this, no bond, what happened last year. If it was from protecting a child, why aren't you allowed around children? Okay, hold on. So apparently they got into a call. I'm in a VC or Corinne was calling. My bad. I'm in a VC at the moment. It's easier to tell you than text it. I'm in a VC right now though. It'll be a quick second because I have all the papers for everything. If you can talk it, you can text it. Agreed. Never heard of them. And then I got sent this full message from Corinne. I'm actually gonna have to lower myself for this one. Okay, so last year I was working at a daycare. I was talking to a parent named this about something. The kid came running towards me the first time. I moved him out of the way. The second time he came running, he tripped over his butt. So he told his parents, and the parents told the director. The child knew better to not run out of a classroom, but yet he still did. In the hallway, there's doors that leads to the area where parents have to pick their kids up, which is very close to the highway. So all I did was protect the child, but I have all my papers for everything. I didn't hurt the child. I didn't initially hurt the child, which the state of Louisiana, it states you're not allowed to run or touch a child for anything. For example, if you run out of the school, you can't run after them. What? That don't sound, why would, okay, so you're just gonna stand there in the office and then let a child run out of the school? You're not gonna go after the child? What? You can't run after them. It doesn't state in my papers that I'm not allowed to be near any kids. It states that I have to be supervised. My probation officer is literally letting me off of probation a month early. because I literally don't do anything. I don't do drugs, nor rarely drink alcohol. I have everything. Down from lawyer to bond papers, I shouldn't have to explain myself. First, why are you looking up my court shit? I don't tell people for a reason. Yes, I was arrested, but it ain't that serious. If it was worse, I'd still be in jail. I literally got arrested on the 9th and was released on the 10th. My bond was set at $5,000. That still doesn't sound right, because if you see a child running out of a school, it's your job as a teacher or a worker at the school to stop the child, to go get them. I think I'm gonna have to pull up the law for Louisiana. Give me a sec. So I forgot that I actually looked into this earlier, and I actually sent this to the person when we were messaging. Strict limits on restraint under Louisiana revised structure. School employees cannot use physical restraint or seclusion as a form of discipline to obtain behavioral compliance or for their own convenience. Physical force is only permitted as a last resort in emergency situations where the student is in immediate danger of causing severe harm. So she said that she stopped a child from running towards a highway. I don't see why she would get a charge for that. Was there cameras? That would be like the best thing right there, is if the school had cameras. I know a lot of schools don't have them, but a lot of schools really need them on the inside, outside, anywhere on the property. So that seems very sussy in a way. So I did go to Google and I typed in, so under Louisiana laws, if a child was to run out of a school, an employee has a right to stop them. And this is what it gave me. Under Louisiana law, school employees have a legal right and obligation to hold students accountable for their behavior. While staff can momentarily block a child from running if they face immediate harm, they are generally prohibited from using physical resist unless the student is a direct threat of danger to themselves or others. Duty to supervise. Every school employee must endeavor to hold students accountable for their conduct and behavior. State regulations allow a school employee to momentarily block a student actions if it is likely to result in harm to the student or others. So something isn't right here from reading that, because if Corinne was literally just protecting a kid from running to the highway, she wouldn't have gotten charged. So something doesn't seem right. So we're gonna go back to the Discord, and because of all the stuff recently, even Shortcake is stepping away from her. And as if y'all have seen the video before, her and Shortcake were like best buds. They were like sisters. They had each other's back. Also, if you do make a video or something, can I be? Yes. If you tell me you do not want your name or anything out there, just let me know and I will make sure it's covered. Now, unfortunately with this, she is gonna be able to figure out who messaged, where the message came from and stuff like that. I have no control over that. That's why I highly suggest at some point just to block and cut off communications. That way you don't have to deal with the harassment that might happen. I know I'm kind of stirring the pot, but the people need to know she's a violent person to kids. She's also not allowed to be around a minor without supervision. I've been contemplating contacting you for a month now because I wasn't sure if I should say something or not. I kind of don't want to be involved with her name anymore, but I don't really have a platform to warn people. I have said this plenty of times before. If you know someone is hurting a child, maximalizing them, abusing them, anything like that, please get the word out. Please let other people know so they can protect their community, because there are some Discords that do have a lot of adults in them. I don't like it, but they also allow children in there. Now, if it's parents and their kids and it's just like a group like that's not really as bad, but if it's like random adults with random kids in there, yes, I see an issue with that. Let's see, where were we? I mean, did she ever show the papers proving? Also, I'm trying to keep this from turning it into a back and forth kind of thing. I need as much information as I can get. Also, yes, if people ask to be anonymous, I will keep it that way. I will also block out this person's name. Corinne hasn't shown any one of us anything, only verbal statements. I kind of figured. However, when confronted with the file I showed you before, she didn't have much to say, but through legal threats and posts on her story on Instagram, I cut her off once she did me dirty by file sharing something I had purchased a club owner. But then right after I learned all this, and I'm kind of upset I was even friends with her. Here's the thing, you can't be too upset because you never really know. Some people like to keep this stuff hush hush, which I would understand if this was like 4 or 5 years ago, but considering that this literally happened last year, it hasn't been enough time to prove that they've like changed or done better. I believe people can change. I believe people can change for the better, but that all happens with time and not just in a couple weeks or a couple months, because I've seen people where they've left, come back, said that they changed, a few months later they go back to doing what they were doing before. So yes, I believe with time people can change. Of course she would go to Instagram. Okay, she couldn't really bring the law in as long as all her info isn't doxed, so there's not much she can do. The only other issue would be proving and linking in showing that it is the same person. Well, with her sending the message explaining her side of the story, yes, that links her to this. Showing it's the same person. The only ones that would truly know that are the ones she talked to about the issue. Trust, I'm all about spreading awareness when it comes to the safety of kids. This might be a little tricky, so I'll have to do some research when it comes to the states and their laws. That's perfectly fine. If anything, I'm sure so-and-so would love to show you anything. I can ask her. If by any chance I'm misinformed, please let me know. And then that's when I had gotten this. And then here's this right here. Oop. And it's not going to show like that. Hold up. So someone snagged this from her Instagram story, and she said, for those of you who is sharing my court chat around, there will be a police report filed, just a warning. Here's the thing, when it comes to online stuff, a lot of cops tend to not get involved unless they have actual names, actual locations. You got to have all that information, and it's hard to get that. Personally, I think she's saying this also due to like, she thinks she's being harassed. It's not harassment unless someone is like constantly coming after you, like day to day, couple times a week, that type of stuff. That's the only time you can really file for harassment. But I have even witnessed with the court system when I tried to file harassment charges on someone, it didn't work. And especially, like I said, when it comes to a lot of this online stuff, a lot of the cops don't want to get involved with it because there's too much that they need to like get that people don't have. And unfortunately, they see more things that are happening in the real world as more of a threat and more concerning than what is happening online. That's why we are seeing now that they are starting to come out with new laws when it comes to online stuff. But it's one of those things we just have to wait until there's more laws into place when it comes to the online world, basically. All right, so I did not reach out to the other person. I kind of felt like we kind of had the information. We had the messages, we had the screenshots, and was able to read everything from there. So the rest of the messages in the Discord is just me and the person talking back and forth about like what we need to get and all that stuff. But after a while, I kind of figured we were okay with what we have. My thing is, if you believe that you are innocent, why didn't you give them, when you got caught out the first time, the information proving your innocence? That's all I'm saying. If you completely believe that you are innocent and you have the proof for it, then show it. Prove those people wrong. Make them look like the dumbass. So that's all we really have for this week. I want to try to do like a weekly thing, but some of these talks that I've been given are super long, and it's going to take a while for me to sit through, read them, reach out to people, talk to people, see if people want to come on and tell their side of the story, get a little bit more context. It's a long process. So guys, until next time, bye-bye.